Maybe it was prompted by her lingerie spread in Playboy a while back, but Joan Collins is promoting her very own new line of skivvies. Lauren Sidney was at the press conference announcing the new venture.
Given the proper circumstances, lingerie can cause a commotion, especially if Joan Collins is involved. Dynasty's favorite vixen introduced her own moderate-price collection of lingerie in New York. You, too, can relax in this nightgown for a mere $15. Or you can try this one on for size. This two-piece little number goes for $55. Lingerie is a personal item, and although Joan Collins would share her designs, she would not share what's happening in her own life.
There is a side that when I close the door at night, and there's certain things that I do that it's just me, and I have to have that. We all have to have that for ourselves, for our own sanity, I think.
Well, if Joan won't talk, Alexis is always willing to offer tidbits about her love life next season.
She stopped carrying a torch for Blake, so it's finished. So she is now going to have some truly dishy man come into her life.
And is Joan Collins? Did a dishy man come into her life?
Aha! That's another question I won't answer.
The real question of the evening is not what the lingerie looked like, not how much it cost, not what it's made out of. The question is, what does Joan Collins sleep in?
Well, if it's hot, I don't wear anything.
Lauren Sidney, CNN, New York.
Skivvies. Comic strip characters come to life on TV tonight. Fans of Blondie and Dagwood Bumstead and career woman Cathy will see their favorites cavorted on 2 primetime CBS specials. Cynthia Tornquist has an advanced look.
Cartoonist Dean Young has delighted some 250 million readers around the world with the colorful adventures of Blondie. Now he brings the comic strip to life with tonight's animated TV special.
Blondie, you better hurry up or you're going to be completely dressed and ready to go to work.
Blondie was created 57 years ago by cartoonist Chick Young. His son Dean, who is also a cartoonist, inherited the strip and says his father would be pleased by the animated version.
I'm sure that to see his creation in an animated form would be, you know, it's wonderful to see it.
On the heels of Blondie comes the animated special Cathy. Its creator says readers who identified with the strip will enjoy the television special.
Comic strip characters become a very real part of people's lives. You can travel all over the country, open the paper, and you have your friends there that you know from city to city. You're involved in their lives. And I think when those characters start moving and talking on the television screen, it just
sick of the independent life and discovering the joys
brings them to life even more for people.
A woman who has accomplished something on her own first will be happier all of her life.
The specials may also encourage newspapers who don't carry the strips to run them. Cynthia Tornquist, CNN New York.
When we continue in our News to Use, we'll look at the weekend's entertainment happenings across the country.
Next week, we'll take a behind-the-scenes look at the new Spalding Gray film, Stars and Bars. For the latest entertainment news, stay tuned to Showbiz Today.
Stock market investors, now you can receive Value Line for only $55 and get our 2,000-page investor's reference set as a gift. It brings you Value Line's latest research reports on 1,700 stocks ready for your instant use. You also get the next 10 weeks of complete Value Line service for only $55. Call us for your gift reference set and start Value Line coming every week. Take advantage of coming market changes. Call us now, 800-342-5856.
You know, when a friend of ours suggested I join AARP, the American Association of Retired Persons, I was surprised. I'm not retired, far from it. Then she told me 20 million people, both retired and working, belong to AARP. It's for anyone over 50. A $5 membership fee brings me free information on Social Security and pre-retirement planning, savings on travel and prescription drugs. I also get Modern Maturity, one of the most widely read magazines in America. Best of all, I'm part of one of the most vital voices in America, a voice government really listens to on important issues like pensions and Medicare. You can join AARP today by calling their toll-free number. They'll send you a complete information kit, including news about AARP's group health insurance. Once you've paid your $5, you'll receive a membership card. Use it to get discounts on hotel and car rentals. You'll also receive a monthly news bulletin. Don't wait. Call for your free information kit right now. You owe it to yourself to join the 20 million other AARP members who are getting the most out of life.
Come join the people of AARP.
And now back to Showbiz Today on CNN.
The fascination with Marilyn Monroe continues unabated. The dress that she wore in the 1956 film Bus Stop was just sold at an auction in London for about $25,000. It was sold to an American-born art gallery owner, and there's no word on what he plans to do with it. And in the News You Can Use department, here's a preview of events going on around the country. Opening in theaters around the nation, Ishtar, starring Dustin Hoffman and Warren Beatty, as two songwriters who go to Morocco to sing, but end up becoming caught up in a CIA plot. For live entertainment in Atlantic City this weekend, Lou Rawls is at the Golden Nugget, and Maureen McGovern will perform at Trump Plaza Resort. In Las Vegas, Diana Ross will grace the stage at Caesar's Palace Friday and Saturday. Melissa Manchester will be at the Desert Inn Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Rocking audiences this weekend will be Bon Jovi. They'll be performing in Des Moines, Iowa on May 17th, St. Louis, Missouri on the 18th, and East Evansville, Indiana, May the 19th. Greg Allman will be on the West Coast this weekend, playing in Santa Rosa, California on Friday, Stockton on Saturday. U2 plays in East Rutherford, New Jersey at the Meadowlands Arena, May 15th through 17th. Huey Lewis and the News continue their tour, Wheeling, West Virginia Friday, Indianapolis on Saturday. And don't forget One on One, Sunday, 7:10 Eastern Time, 3:10 Pacific Time here on CNN. The guests will be Heather Locklear, Robert Wagner, and Barry Diller.
In a question and answer session before reporters today, President Reagan expected and received the usual grilling on the Iran-Contra affair. What he might not have expected as president was a question that most former movie actors would have had an opinion on. Should classic films be colorized?
So I can understand their artistic resentment of this change, this artificial coloring of the movies. On the other hand, I can understand the business problems of those who invested the money and who own the films and who know now that there isn't a market for black and white. So, frankly, I just question whether this is a problem to be settled by government in any way.
Though film colorization remains a controversy, when it comes to home entertainment, no one will object to this development. It's a new effort to enhance audio on classic movies transferred to videotape and create a stereo sound where none existed before. Dennis Michael has our report.
Enough home video viewers have sophisticated hi-fi VCRs connected up to their sound systems now that distributors are beginning to take another look and listen to movies on videotape. Those who buy stereo TVs or hi-fi VCRs find out immediately how bad the sound is on some old movies and early videotapes.
Small sounds are lost in the noise. They flutter. They have problems, pops, clicks. We've all heard it on late-night television.
Rick Chase of Chase Productions in Hollywood is in the business of fixing old film soundtracks. First, the mono soundtrack, usually optical, is cleaned up electronically. Then the mono track is turned into stereo, not the old reverb style of processing, but full three-dimensional stereo.
Person's talking on the left, the phone rings on the right. That's the way it sounds.
Incidentally, one of the films Rick Chase has recently stereoized is the animated Beatle film Yellow Submarine. That film with several songs by the Fab Four is now ready to be dubbed and released to home video with full digital stereo sound, but the chances of that happening soon are murky. The film is jointly held by two companies, neither of which are ready to bring this little gem to the home video market. So it may be a while before Yellow Submarine surfaces in home video. See you at the rental counter. Dennis Michael, CNN, Hollywood.
And that's it for this edition of Showbiz Today. I'm Liz Wickersham.
And I'm Lee Leonard. Good night from New York.